Utility in Counter-Strike 2 is strong enough as it is, but knowing how to make it all work together for you can take your game to the next level. This can be as simple as pairing up your early round B-site incendiary on Mirage with a deep HE to catch players moving up behind that molly as it begins to fade. Or it can be as complex as throwing a full utility belt on a specific position to make sure you're taking control of it, like this car retake set on Inferno. Since that Mirage set was pretty self-explanatory, let's get started by taking a closer look at this car retake set for Inferno. It's actually pretty easy. You're gonna get stuck right here into this corner at the top of coffins and aim at this protruding brick. Go down to the top of this plant, and a simple jump throw with a smoke, quickly followed up by a jump throw with an incendiary, is gonna completely burn out anyone from this position, forcing them either up through the incendiary or back through the smoke to where you have even more control. Once your teammate's ready to go, you're just gonna aim to the left of this roof and do a simple left click throw with a flashbang to completely eviscerate anyone up in front of that incendiary, leading to a free pick. For Dust 2, I actually like to keep things pretty simple. There's a very easy smoke flash combo you can throw to shut down any sort of mid-aggression from the T. So if you get stuck right here into this corner at the beginning of the round and do a jump throw at the bottom center of this tooth above the door, that's going to end up landing right here in the middle of suicide. So that's going to shut down any potential for trade or information from this area of the map. Now, right after you throw that smoke, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my teammates off of spawn as fast as they can go, jump up here and fast cat themselves for a very early peak. And you can watch on your minimap, once they start getting to the point where they're about to be able to peek cat, you're gonna, from that exact same corner, just go from this wooden beam right here all the way out to where it would intersect with this wire and light right here. So you're just gonna do a simple left click throw. Now, this flash is not gonna blind your teammates at all. There's no way it could possibly blind your teammates as they're running up. It's gonna land on the other side of this wall. So it's not even going to half blind them if they're looking to the left. It's a fantastic flash to throw, and it is going to erase every single one of these players running up cat without hardly any time to react. Take a look at it from their perspective. They are not seeing this thing at all, and it is going to be a free kill for anyone taking fast or aggressive cat control. Now, right after I've thrown those flashes, I'm going to run all the way over to this position along the truck just in case the T's decide to smoke Xbox. And what I'm going to do in that situation is do a simple jump throw right here at this position on the door, and that is going to destroy the smoke and allow you to get a peek up on the cat to help end trade your teammates if they're in the middle of a firefight off the back of those flashes. So one thing about Nuke that's very difficult is whenever you have to retake the A-bomb site from heaven, because there are just so many angles that you're gonna have to worry about. So I definitely like to increase my odds by throwing a few grenades. One of my favorites to throw, if I just have a flashbang, is I'll just do a simple left click throw at this guy's knee from this corner right here. That flash is gonna pop straight down here and blind most of these positions, but one thing to keep in mind is the fact that this player in hut isn't gonna get blinded, and this guy behind this blue box is going to be able to turn away and play anti behind this quite easily. So generally, I'll throw a couple of extra pieces of utility along with that if I have them at my disposal. So what I'll generally do is from all in this one position, I'm going to do a simple left click throw with a smoke grenade at the bottom sort of right portion of this lamp. That's going to end up going all the way inside a hut, completely smoking this player off. Right after I throw that smoke, I'm going to left click a molly right here at this little panel along the wall to completely engulf this entire region right here. Right while that is burning, I'm going to left click right at this guy's knee, and boom, I have a very free peek onto site without having too much to worry about as I'm moving up. If you have an extra teammate here, combining that with someone dropping down can really throw off this post-plant setup. Now, if you're wondering how I'm setting up these scenarios with bots, getting this nice preview of my utility, along with tons of other useful features such as pre-fire, I'm using refrag.gg. So I've recently teamed up with Refrag to take a deep dive into the tactics and utility side of Counter-Strike 2. Along with that, I'm going to be making a full CT side anchoring series through the Refrag Academy that's going to take you right into the server and show you what and how to practice. If you want to give it a try, make sure you use code CS2Tactics for 15% off your first month's subscription. Or feel free to pause the video and grab one of the 7-day free trial codes that's on screen right now. Links in the description. There's been a bunch of times where I'm stuck behind these two smokes whenever I'm in a retake situation on the B bomb site. So a great way to deal with that is to go into this corner right here and aim down towards the lower left-hand side of this brick and do a left and right click jump throw with an incendiary grenade to completely burn out this default position. One thing I'll pair up with that incendiary grenade is from that exact same position, I'll just do a simple left click throw with a smoke grenade at this pointy part of this leaf. That's going to end up banking off the sidewall here and completely smoking off all of these post plant positions down towards ramp. And from that exact same corner, I'll do a simple left click throw towards the lower corner of this mountain, and that's going to end up flashing the left side of this pillar, getting all of back sight, but not blinding your teammates as they're running up. Or after you throw that incendiary, you can nade them off the plant by going into this corner and doing a simple jump throw at the top left of this brick. That's going to obliterate anyone planting the bomb. So my favorite nade combo for Vertigo was actually found by Wraith. Essentially what you're going to do is right out of spawn, you're going to round this corner and you're going to position your crosshair around this little shadow right here. So it's not all that precise, but you just want to aim around here so that your crosshair is somewhere along this area as you come around this corner. You're then going to hold W and D so that you're just sliding along this back wall. And once you're able to see this position right here, just this little gap between these two bars, you're going to aim all the way up to the top of this beam and just do a nice little run, throw, and release after a few steps. And that's going to end up landing all the way up here, and it's going to land straight down and completely smoke off the entirety of these halls. Right after you throw that, all kind of in one motion, you can then, if you're worried about them rushing through, you can throw kind of a low molly like this. It's going to spread from the ladder room entrance all the way over to this wall, completely eliminating the threat of a rush. Now, another thing that I'll do is I'll throw an HE grenade back behind the smoke to catch anyone that's holding through here, watching the smoke, or just set up behind it. So essentially, one of the easiest ways to do that is by going right here into this corner and aiming in between this little gap right here. And you're just going to do a nice run, throw, and release the second your crosshair hits this point right here between these two holes. So it's just going to look something like that. It's going to bank straight down here and do a huge amount of damage on anyone down in this region. And finally, moving on to Anubis, if you jump down here and get stuck into this corner, you can do a simple jump throw up and to the left of this dark mark along the wall. That smoke's going to go all the way up here, and it's going to bank off of this side wall, completely smoking off B main. As you can see, once we go and take a look at this, it's going to be completely smoked off from the left all the way to the right. Now, a fantastic flash to pair up with that smoke is right after you throw it, you're just going to go get into this position along the side of this wall and do a simple jump throw at the corner here of this part of this pillar. That is going to destroy anyone out here in B main without hardly any time to react whatsoever. As you can see from their POV, they are not going to turn. Now, just after I throw that first flash from the same spot, I'm just going to look way up above this little orange triangle and do a W jump throw. And that's going to go way up here, and it's not going to blind your teammates at all, but it will completely roast all of the T's out here. As you can see, they'll never even see this thing, and they're going to be full white from pretty much every single position. Now, if your teammates are moving up, as you can see, it's not going to blind them at all. They can even get pretty close. As you can see here, this is not blinding them, but it is roasting all of the enemies. So it's a great one to layer up as your teammates are fighting. Now, if you can have another teammate go along the pillar here and do a simple jump throw at this little corner of the metal piece, that is going to fully molly out this piece of cover right here, which can add up to be a very deadly combo whenever you're being aggressive towards B main. So yeah, guys, I hope all of this utility helps you out in your next CS2 comp or premiere match. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like, comment, or maybe even consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one.